Why hello there! You must have been directed to this video because you offered somebody exposure in return for their services. It's wonderful to meet you. However, unfortunately, today I'm tasked with the difficult job of letting you know that the exposure you're offering is not significant enough in value, or that you simply don't understand the meaning of exposure at all. Now, I know that may be very sad and disheartening to hear, but never fear. The person you're offering exposure to is probably much more sad and disheartened and likely insulted as well. Now, let me explain this to you quickly, because as they say, time is money and you need money to pay for the people who are providing you with services. If you'd like to provide exposure for a service provider, you need to give them an audience that has three very important characteristics. The audience needs to be large, new, and appreciative. And I know those three things can be a bit much to take all at once, so let me take you through them one at a time. The criteria of large means significant enough in quantity. And depending on whether the service provider has already built an audience for themselves, this may need to be even bigger than you initially think. As an example, if you run a Twitch channel and you'd like an artist to make emote art for you to help you better promote your channel and also encourage people to subscribe to your channel, then perhaps your average viewership of 4 viewers at any one time is not large enough to meet this criteria. Consider instead growing your audience, or alternatively, paying the artist. The second criteria is new. This means that the audience can't already be well aware of what the service provider provides, because this doesn't give any new exposure to the service provider. As an example, if you've had somebody writing a column for your blog for the past few years, and you've decided you no longer want to pay them and you instead want to give them the opportunity to keep writing for your blog for exposure, note that the audience is already well aware of what this service provider does, and for them to continue writing, they gain very little. Now, instead, consider exposing them to a new audience, or alternatively, paying the writer. The third criteria is appreciative. Now, you can't control how an audience is going to react, but dependent on the setting, you can somewhat gauge how things are going to go down. For example, if you want to run a farmer's market, but you want a musician to play some background music so that you've got a better atmosphere and you can write live music on the flyer, consider that the greater majority of the audience is actually going to be there looking for fresh cucumbers, capsicums, and other fresh vegetables. It's going to be very, very difficult for the musician to even get their attention in any way, shape, or form, and very little exposure or value will be gained. Consider instead, alternatively, creating an environment where more people will actually watch the musician, or alternatively, pay the musician. Now, you actually need to meet all three of these criteria: large, new, and appreciative. You can't just meet one or two. And it's also up to the service provider whether they feel that you've met them satisfactorily. They can also decide that they're simply not interested. Now, I hope that has provided a little bit more light as to what the meaning of exposure actually is and whether you're actually providing it. I hope that was helpful. Anyway, have a wonderful day. It was wonderful to meet you. Bye! Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, I would love for you to hit down that subscribe button and also the bell notification button so you can be notified in future when I put up videos. Also, I'd love to do a massive shout out for everyone who is a part of Ninja Club. Your support and encouragement is absolutely invaluable. Thank you so very much. If you're a fan of what I do, I encourage you to check out Ninja Club. There is a link at the top of the description box, and have a wonderful rest of your day. You rock all the Lego blocks.